Hello BookTube, my name is Elizabeth and welcome to Book Babble. Today I'm going to be doing my weekly wrap-up for the second week of August, so let's just get started. This week I read 3 books. I gave one a 1-star, one a 2-star, and one a 3-star. The first book that I read this week was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell, and this is the book that I gave a 1-star review. I know. Everyone loves this book. I'm probably one of the only people on the planet who loves this. This is the traveling book that David over at Lit Journal sent out. He sent it to Kristen, who then sent it to me, and I was really excited to get this book and read it and write in it and all of those amazing, awesome things. I did write a couple things in here. I wrote like stuff right there, and because it said lightsaber, and I said points for the Star Wars reference, and even in the beginning, before I had read anything, I wrote on the front, like the very first page, let's do this, so excited, and I just like circled and underlined a couple things in the beginning of the book. But anyway, so yeah, I read this and I gave it a 1-star. I just didn't enjoy it. I did a full review on this on my blog, so if you guys are interested in seeing that, I will link it down below. I really wanted to like this book, but I just couldn't, and if you want to know why, read the review on my blog. But beware, if you love Fangirl, I wouldn't read it because I was a little harsh, so just, read at your own risk. And speaking of reviews on my blog, I did want to make a short little announcement, and basically for my channel from here on out, I am not going to be doing video reviews on my channel anymore. All of my reviews for books that I read will be written on my blog, and the reason for that is because I did a review of The Air by Kira Cass this week, and I recorded it, and I wasn't too happy with it, but I edited it and uploaded it anyway, and after it was uploaded, I watched it again, and I realized that I just didn't like the quality of the video at all. So I decided to take it down, and then I had like an epiphany with myself, realizing that all of the reviews that I've done in videos in the past year that I've been on BookTube, I really wasn't happy with any of them. I just feel like I can't get my thoughts across in a concise, consistent way when I do video reviews. I'm a lot more happy with my reviews when they are written and I can edit them, and I feel like they just flow better and they are more organized. And I'm sorry my dog's making noise in the background, so don't mind that. But anyway, yes, I just don't like the way that I get my thoughts across in video reviews. So from here on out, all of my reviews are going to be posted in written form on my blog. If you guys want updates on when I post on my blog, you can go to my blog, which is linked down below, and either subscribe via email or subscribe to me on Bloglovin', and you will get updates through email when I post on my blog, or I always post Twitter when I have a blog post up, so if you want to follow me on there, all of those links are down below. The second book that I read this week and I gave a 2-star review is A Thousand Nights by E.K. Johnstone. This is a retelling of 1001 Nights, and it is basically about this guy, and he is like a czar, or not like a czar, but he's like the ruler of a kingdom. It's like a desert type place, so like very Arabian Nights type feel. And every single day he picks a new wife, and by the time the sun goes down, she is dead. And sometimes the wives last more than a couple of days. Most of them last only one night. Sometimes they last multiple weeks. It just depends, but most of them just last the one night. So our main character is picked to be this guy's wife, and of course, the main thing of the book is that she's probably going to be dead by morning, but she ends up lasting several days, and it's about her story from there. I gave this book a 2 out of 5 stars. I actually DNF'd this like 50% of the way in, and the book is written beautifully. I usually give DNF books a 1-star review, but the only reason why I gave this a 2-star is because it is written so beautifully. It is very descriptive, and it talks about people and places and objects beautifully, and I really liked that. But the characters and the plot fell completely flat for me. The characters felt boring and just not exciting at all, and then the plot, it felt like nothing was happening. Like, there's the beginning excitement of her getting picked to be this guy's next wife, and then that's basically it. Nothing really happens, and like I said, I read to like 50-60% on my Kindle, and it just nothing was going on, and I just realized about 50% of the way in that I just didn't care how the book ended or what happened to the characters or anything. So I DNF'd it, and yeah, the writing style was really pretty. But that's about it. That's the only thing I liked about this book. I am going to be doing a full review on my blog this week, so stay tuned for that. But let's move on to the third book I read this week. I gave The Accident Season by Maura Fowley Doyle a 3 out of 5 stars. I also got this on Netgalley, just like I got 1,000 Nights on Netgalley, so I don't have physical copies of them. But I gave this a 3 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy it. It was creepy at some points. If you guys don't know what The Accident Season is about, it's about this girl and her family, and every single October, really bad stuff happens to her, her sister, her brother, and her mom, and like people die, they get broken bones, they get hurt really bad, but it can also be stuff that's as small as like cuts and scrapes and bruises and stuff, and this was pretty good. It was a little creepy at times. There's like 1 or 2 moments in the book where I was just like, oh, like it's just like, oh, like, you know, I got a shiver up my spine. It was just a little creepy. But it was good. It wasn't amazing. The twist at the end, I totally guessed it about 80% of the way in, which I always hate. I hate when I can guess the twist because it kind of ruins the ending for me. But I did read the whole thing and I did really enjoy it. The characters are kind of like flat and a little boring. The only character that really felt like it had depth was Alice. She was really interesting, who is our main character's sister. But I definitely recommend this. If you guys like thriller type books, I would recommend this. Thriller is not my favorite genre of book, so I think that's why I didn't enjoy it as much as some people would, but I did give it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was enjoyable enough, and it was a little creepy, but I am also easily scared. I am really bad when it comes to like horror movies and all that stuff, so I mean, it might not be scary to some people because I am very easily scared. But that's just me. So I did really enjoy this book. The book that I am currently reading is The Murder Complex by Lindsay Cummings, and I have been pestered to read this for forever by my friend Chloe over at the Brunette Bibliophile, and I am about exactly halfway in, and I am really loving this, which is so nice because the last 3 books that I read were just like, to completely suckage, and I am really excited that I love this book because I felt like I was slumping there for a little bit, but this is like really good, and I just need to know what happens. I just need to know. I'm really excited to finish this week. Alright, so that is it for my weekly wrap-up. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!